Hook this joint up. Right. Yo, say something for me. Man, I ain't even checked my settings. Do me a favor, say something to me for me. Put it in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. What's up, Skills? I hope I ain't hit the wrong mic button. See, this thing may be coming through my camera, not my microphone. Can y'all hear me okay though? Y'all got me? Loud and clear? It's clear? Cool. All right. So I don't need the headphones because I ain't on Zoom, so I ain't got no feedback coming. That's cool. What up, man? What's good? What's happening? What's going on? Let's click the thumbs up real fast, man. Let's get the count up real fast. I want to know what y'all got going on. Then I'm gonna do a live. Well, I'm gonna do a Zoom joint at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? I'm doing the Zoom at 8. I'm gonna give y'all the link. Y'all more than welcome to come through. All right. So, quick question for you. What sign is the moon in when you were born? That's the question. So D'Angelo says Scorpio. All right. So the premise is the moon is supposed to represent what you are emotionally connected to. What gives you a sense of security. All right. I want to deal with those two right there. Sense of security. Really just right there. Okay. So, man, Magneto Onyx got it in Taurus. That's considered an exaltation, meaning when the moon is there, they noted that energy was very strong. I always remember that one by Women and Money. And so the moon in Taurus could make one very emotionally connected to finances or things that they value. And so that's your woman get money. You know what I'm saying? That's a big plus right there. It's the female energy in your life could have strong financial values and whatnot. All right. Prince Nakeem, what's happening? Peace. All right. Now, Pimby, Pisces. The Pisces moon is my favorite moon because it's extremely intuitive. These people have like a sixth sense and, for lack of a better word, psychic ability. Y'all know me. I don't like to use the word psychic because it does not tell what's really going on. I call it transcendental consciousness, the ability to receive information before it happens. So it clearly is transcending space, right, and time, because it didn't even happen yet. And so the Pisces moon, I say, is a strong spiritual, psychic cultivator or cultivating that needs to be done. All right, skills, stop playing, man. If you at 12 Aquarius, my moon is at 10 Aquarius, bro. Like, we got the same moon. You know what I'm saying? All right, so Altoy Smith, you and Gemini, sharp intellect, someone who probably don't get emotional. You probably have been told that you kind of cold. You can potentially rely on intellect as it pertains to any situation, but quote unquote like an emotional situation, instead of getting high rate, you could really use your words, and your logic logic rules the day for you. So, you know, Gemini moon, the person can be considered kind of cold. Same with Capricorn moons and Sagittarius moons. You know what I'm saying? So you cultivate your emotional fulfillment can come through intellectual pursuits. Carl Demps, man, what up? So like I ain't seen you in forever, ever. Moon and Sag for Devin Fisher. The moon and Sag. Man, that's another one. It's kind of a cold placement, man. I noticed that the Sagittarian moons, depending what else you got, but see, you in the fourth house, so the moon rules the fourth house, but not that sign. So this could go two ways. Usually the Sag moon, sort of like Gemini, is more on the intellectual side. It's not emotional, and it could be, people can feel like you cold. Like being mushy and huggy and touchy may not necessarily be your cup of tea. But it's in the fourth house. That's why I say it can go two ways, because it's in the house that it loves to be in, but that sign itself is not a Sag moon, man. It's just people who are very emotionally connected to, you know, philosophies and more of loftier topics. It's philosophy, it's religion, it's law, it's things of that nature. You know what I mean? And long travel. So, like, you know, long distance travel could suit you really out. It's like out the country long distance travel can suit you well. Moon and Libra, for the both of you, Echo and Mr. What's that? G1. The moon in Libra, man, is connected to relationships, partnerships, like your marriage partner. You know what I'm saying? That could be a clingy placement, because of the Libra nature has to be within relationships to be balanced. And then the moon here is just strong. It's a strong placement, but it's definitely dependent upon the interaction of your partner. And then that brings a sense of security. So you're a team player in a nutshell. All right. Scorpio moon is interesting. Scorpio placements is either all the way turned on or turned off. It goes from, it's the sign of sex, then it goes into all the way to celibacy. It's like, huh? They're not the same thing. So, because Scorpio is the sign of extremes, and it usually doesn't know a middle ground. It's either on or it's off. The Scorpio moon placement could be very intuitive. Could deal with sex, women. Also joint finances, right? This is where you share your money. And all of the above. Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius, in my opinion, are the most in-depth, versatile signs. It's a lot of ground that they cover. A lot of ground. So the moon in Scorpio, I could say that the emotional sense of security comes from partnerships, your sexual partner, especially when you can join money together, because it's other people's money could come on. And that's the moon that is, if your feelings get hurt, you probably never forgive somebody type of thing, you know. So I think forgiveness is one of the markers for Scorpio, because Scorpio is the sign of transmutation. So that must means you have to go through something and turn it into something else. So you got to go through the betrayal, the nasty stuff, and then the caterpillar has to become a butterfly. That's the Scorpion moon type of thing. Ooh, moon in Leo is my favorite placement too. So I would say moon in Pisces on the more spiritual side. On the physical side, I'm a sucker for the moon in Leo. I love women who have moon in Leo. There's a certain pizzazz that comes off that is warm, loving, flirty, fun, confident. But I forget who said they got the moon in Leo. Miss Lemon Light, what's happening? But this here could be the sense of security can come from children and your love life, your creative arts, what it is that you like to have fun with. So you got to be true to your creative art right here. This could be theater. This could be, stage plays. It's a lot of energy that's right here, but it's about fun, children, love, romance. This is not marriage. This is the difference between Leo and Libra, although compatible. Leo is the phase of date. It's all fun in the beginning. It's the honeymoon. Libra is the actual contractual agreement. Then Scorpio is the aftermath of the union that goes through the journey of the sex and combining resources and stuff. Usually we do all that shit in phase 5, Leo. But nevertheless, I love the Leo moon. I think the sense of security comes through those avenues. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you got. All right, so Gemini moon in the 12th. Wow, man. So that's like all spiritual communications all day. The intuition can be off the chain. Pay attention to your dreams. I bet your meditation is probably off the chain. Very crazy, vivid imagination. And it's just more along of those subject matters. And if you got something to say, you need to be talking about something, writing about something. Usually it's probably pertaining to that matter, like your dreams, your spirit, spiritual journey, your experiences, obviously, which is synonymous with the journey. And you need to be, and if it's all like that, you need to be keeping like a diary, a journal type of thing. But you could be somebody who can really talk about this stuff when you have the moon in Gemini. And the 12th is dealing with that, that particular manner or subject matter. All right. Cancer moon, Mr. Greenway, the moon isn't, the moon belongs here in Cancer. That's what she rules. So now here comes a double dose of mommy. So if it's a woman, because you said for your wife, that's one female, then we're dealing with the moon, which is a feminine aspect of the human psychology represented as a planet. And then we're dealing with Cancer. So that's 3 female energy that we tapping into. So the moon in Cancer is somebody who is connected to family. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Cancer rising. And so therefore, family is important in my own way, but I created the Family Wealth Club. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a sucker for, I ain't really a sucker for, I ain't the biggest fan of a lot of blood family. You know what I mean? But I understand the importance of who we call family. You know what I mean? But the moon in Cancer, sense of security comes from family, and especially for her, there could be a woman in her life that passed down some type of genetic marking and special message for her. And that's the type of energy when you have the moon in Cancer or the moon in the 4th house. This is an energy when a family member who has passed on, like a great grandmother or something like that, these people can easily communicate with you. Their presence and you are connected very strongly and whatnot. These are the people, in my opinion, who have the cosmic birthright to have an ancestral altar. Everybody, I don't think, has that energy. I know everybody don't have that energy. You got the moon in Cancer, you got that. So for her, I think it's a strong sense of family. It's her connecting point. The moon in Cancer, if she's a stay-home mom, you can't dare be upset and try to make her go to work. It's totally against her cosmic constitution because she's a, Cancer is a sign of home, and then moon is mommy. You know what I'm saying? And it rules that energy, which is home. So I'm curious: is your wife a stay-home wife? Curious about that. Yeah, let me know if your wife is a who is that, Mr. G1? Let me know. Tammy Holloway, what's Knight of Cups. Moon in Aquarius. You with me in skills. I got Moon in Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius, people, our sense of security, I would say, can come from the collective of humanity, making sure that we're doing the right thing and trying to progress the people forward. You know what I'm saying? It's our satisfaction comes from being part of the group or launching the group. In any shape, form, or fashion, just being a part of the group that's going to help uplift humanity. That can also translate into your friends and whatnot, in a strong sense of technology. But I think more on the social side, it's definitely more of Moon in Aquarius. Is you would have been a part of the Black Panther organization, you would have been a part of the Red Cross. It's just something that's about, caring for the people. So this depends on which you think is the correct school of thought. But there's some strong upliftment that needs to be delved into. All right, Sister Mawanetta, we did Sag. You lead Sag, emotionally disconnected, probably. I wonder, do you hug? Are you a hugger? Are you a toucher? I've been noticing Sag energy, especially Moon and Sag. Sag energy can be like the least touchy-feely emotional. You know what I'm saying? So out of the love languages, you got 5 love languages, right? Physical touch and the mushy stuff is not necessarily Sag, but it depends what else is going on in the chart that can override that. So that's a general speaking. Anytime I'm talking, I'm really giving a general term unless we're being specific on something. You know what I'm saying? All right, Mr. G1 Cook. Yes, exactly. She is a stay housewife, and we had children. I told you she was a housewife. So you can't never ever. I be picking on one of my partners. I ain't gonna say who it is, man. But I be picking with him, man. His wife is like a 4th house sun. So her energy is like at the bottom of the chart in the Cancer region and whatnot. And if I'm not mistaken, depending on her time, she can also have a Cancer moon. And she's a stay-home wife. That's her energy. You know what I'm saying? And my man be like, nah, man, we need to split this thing in half. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get it and whatnot, which I understand. But the Cancer moon for a woman, forget about it, buddy. Not that she can't. She may have a stay-home, at-home business that she can launch, but she's in her element at her best when she's at home. The woman with the Cancer moon is truly in her element when she's at home on her terms. You know what I'm saying? To take her outside against her terms, it just totally goes against who she is. All right, what's up, Ashley Shantae? What's going on? What's good? All right. What else I got? Gemini moon in first. You gotta say it. You gotta say it. All Gemini moons, you need to talk. You need to say something. You need to journal bare minimum. You need to be journaling. You know what I mean? You gotta channel that energy. The Gemini moon has to channel emotional energy into logic. Okay? You have to logically explain what's going on. Gemini moon, you don't get the pass to be high rate and, oh, I'm sorry, I was emotional. You don't get that pass. Okay? You're seeing angels here to observe the end. I seen, what's that? I have my moon and Leo. Okay, yeah, see, moon and Leo, theatrical arts. That's what I said earlier. So that's why um, angel is here to observe the end. Said, "Oh, I seen." You know what I'm saying? That's a very regal energy right there. All right, wealthy life. What's happening? It's good. All right. So what y'all got, man? What y'all got? That's what the moon is for you. Moon, family, sense of security. Um, Very interesting. Its natural balancer slash opposition is Saturn, the planet that has been closely related to chronic ailments and poverty. Is in opposition to that. It's the balancing force. The challenge that we have is, how do we have a strong family structure, and how do we participate in endeavors that allow us to be successful? How do you do that when you have a housewife? You know what I'm saying? If we're going to talk about building things outside of the home, portfolios and legacies and stuff, right? So that's the challenge. Those topics that to try to do it becomes taxing, time consuming, right? At times it's tough, and it's stuff we can argue about even, right? But that's the balancing point to it. Scorpio moon in the second, that's a double money energy. Mom could die and leave you an inheritance. A woman can definitely die, leave you some money. But it's strongly related to finances. That's a double finance energy that can't be ignored. Because Scorpio is joint finances, other people's money. And the second house is values and money. So the moon there is your sense of security can come via a partnership that you in, Scorpio, and as it pertains to money. So that's one of those markers where relationships, you definitely can't ignore financial lessons like credit, your financial IQ, you know what I'm saying, and keeping that muscle sharp, you know what I'm saying, and progressing yourself. Very spiritual, but you can't ignore the financial aspect of that placement. And how do you turn what you feel into money as well? Moon conjunct Lilith in Capricorn. So I don't read Lilith. Oh, it's only one asteroid that I mess with, honestly. And that's Juno, because I'm a sucker for relationships, and I've seen Juno show up on some intimacy. Not that the others don't, but I never wanted to go into asteroids because I'm already dealing with 10, what we would call planetary bodies, including the sun. And then the further you go out, I always felt like the further you can get away from, oh, now it's this, right? You got 10 planets, and then you got 12 signs, and then you got 12 houses. And then, you know what I mean? You got to say what the planet and the sign and the house mean. And then all of this is squaring that planet and that sign and that house. Now I got to add asteroids to it. And it can just keep taking you what appears to be further and further out from yourself. So I never wanted to go into, you mean, all these different things. And it's not that it's not relative. It was just for me to stay centered and understand, well, shit, I already know that this is an aspect of consciousness. And so do I really need, you know what I'm saying, some other things that, you know, I don't even really need Juno when I got Venus. You know what I mean? When you study the solar system, you start to understand in this craft that the energy repeats itself and go on higher octaves. And so you would hear like Uranus is a higher octave than Mercury. Neptune is a higher octave than Venus. Pluto is a higher octave than Mars. You know what I'm saying? And so you're just going up a notch. And so there's really no need for me to go all the way into that stuff. That's me though. You know what I mean? Laverne Thomas Bay, Moon and Sag. We did Sag. It was just, you know, the sense of security can come from learning, expanding consciousness. Probably not the most romantic, touchy-feely person in the world. Kind of sharp. Sagittarius is the arrow. So shoot the shit straight. Words can hurt, they pierce when you're dealing with the Sag. You know what I mean? And so it's emotional filters, just straight truth. And everybody can't handle the truth. Or there's a famous saying that the truth out of season could get one hurt. So hold on one second, y'all. I am going, well, I can't because I'm gonna be using the camera. So look, this is what I'm gonna do. Shit. Let me see. Do I got it? Boom. There we go. All right. So I'm about to get off YouTube and I'm gonna go to a Zoom. I'm having a conversation tonight on. I'm gonna do a PowerPoint, but it's not gonna be available on YouTube. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so. But it's just, I'm just gonna walk people through our new setup, what we got going on with the Family Wealth Club. And most importantly, understand that a serious observation has been made against Black people. And as a man, if you're a man, I think if you got time, you got to just come see this real fast, because the observation is that, you know, Black median income, the wealth gap goes unaddressed. You're on the path to hit zero by 2053 and shit. You know what I'm saying? And observations is serious. You know, when Vegas make these odds, that shit be coming out to the T down there, to the point. You're like, how the hell are they doing this? Observation is key. We've been talking about observation for a very long time. You know what I mean? What you think and what you see creates reality. And somebody has superimposed this shit upon the whole Black race, for real, for real. And now it becomes your job to become the outlier, meaning you can't be normal. Median means like the middle, average. I'm not average. You got me all the way messed up. You know what I'm saying? So if the median income, you know, was 41,000, I already showed you $40,000 check on the last day of January. Would it take the average motherfucker to make in a year? We cracked that shit in 1 month, doing one deal. You know what I'm saying? Just doing this particular strategy that we do with wholesale real estate. So my whole thing is, you know, the sense of security of the family. No matter where the moon is, it's your sense of family and security, and how you tap into that Gemini communication or whatever that better suits you, and how you express yourself with family, how you tap into that Leo, because you're going to bring these things back and to help secure yourself. Whether it be you in the arts, whether it be you investing, whether it be you and your partner, you're going to bring these things back to secure yourself, because the moon represents that. Okay. So I dropped the link in the chat. All right. Click on that Zoom link in the chat, and then I'll see you over on the Zoom platform. All right. Peace.